Well, Arsenal remained top of the table, but they were halted against Southampton. It was actually Arsenal's first Premier League draw since January, ending a run of 27 league matches without one. Luis Miguel Echegaray, LME here, Janusz, Michallik. Janusz, initial reaction here as Mikel Arteta's side grabs a point, but that's it against Southampton.
Pretty good result. I think, the way Arsenal have started the season, the expectations are almost, it seems that way, that they have to win these games, right? And they're going to win every game just about, right? So I've said it before that I would caution people to say, I told you so when they lose, right? And they didn't lose here. They drew. They were in control in the first half, got up 1-0. Thought they were going to go from strength to strength, and unfortunately they conceded a goal, but it's still a draw away from home. This is a place the last time out they've lost here 1-0 when Jan Bednarek scored a winner for the Saints, and it's a draw. There's still 2 points ahead, and I think it's one of those games where you have to be realistic and say it's not the end of the world. There's no reason for negativity because Arsenal are having a tremendous season so far. They are top of the league, and so I think they'll look at it as a game where they could have, perhaps should have won, but just because they didn't, I don't think you worry too much about it.
Agreed, Janusz. Arsenal have a fantastic season so far, and there's going to be matches where it's going to be difficult, especially against the Southampton that hasn't lost now in the last 3 matches, and they're trying to get points of their own. Give me your thoughts on the refereeing here, because there were some questionable decisions. Did you think that maybe Arsenal deserved a penalty or two here?
Maybe when it comes to these, I think we know that the referees this season, we've seen it. They're letting players play just a little bit. So I don't think there's one in particular where I would say it's absolutely a penalty or not. So I don't think this is a conversation because of that, right? I think the conversation with Arsenal continues to be the same. And we are very often afraid to say it, right? This is a race. I mean, before the season, we were talking about Manchester City and Liverpool as the two that were going to decide the title. Right now, with Liverpool continuously losing points, losing to Spurs, we have to say that at this moment, the title race is between Arsenal and Manchester City. Because as we've seen from Chelsea, from Spurs, and even from Manchester United, they're not absolutely convincing right now. So, of course, all the money is on Manchester City. But right now, the race for the title is between Manchester City and Arsenal Football Club, even with this draw.
Against PSV, they secured qualification into the knockout stages of Europa League. So hopefully that will be easier for them during the week because they did look a little bit tired. But yes, Janusz, I know you wanted to add one more thing there because I think that's a major point, right? They looked a little tired, but now it's going to be easier going into the season.
You are absolutely right. And I was hoping that, because I wanted to mention right off the bat because they are leggy. There's no two ways about it. We've seen it against Saints. We've seen it against Leeds United. I think we've seen it against PSV in that win, and we've seen it against Bodo away. That was a long trip for them. Yes, a lot of players were rested. Some weren't taken there. But I think when you see it and when you saw the starting lineup, it's pretty much the same, which tells you it's good, it's stability. But I think that Mikel Arteta after this game is going to have to look ahead and think, how do I get this team? How do I get others into the game to perform at that level? Because I think they have Forest at home. So you'd like to think that it's a I don't want to say they can count on 3 points, but it's a decent fixture. And then, of course, another big test away to Chelsea, I believe, after that as well. But they are looking a little bit leggy.
So the World Cup might do them a little bit of service as well as that comes in next month in November. But so far, Arsenal top of the Premier League table and continue their undefeated run.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.